Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to look at how to make dinner rolls at home. Please don't forget to like my videos, subscribe to my channel and click on the notification bell so you will get notified about all my new recipes. For today's recipe we need 200 milliliters of milk. First I'm going to slightly heat it up in the microwave. Then I'm going to add one medium-sized egg, one teaspoon of sugar, 1 teaspoon of salt and 1 teaspoon of dry yeast. Then I'm going to mix this well before I add the rest of the ingredients. Now I'm going to add 50 grams of softened butter. And then again I'm going to mix well. Now I'm going to add the final ingredient, 350 grams of flour. Today I'm using bread flour. You can also use multi-purpose flour. Bread flour has relatively a higher proportion of protein, so it gives a better structure. But you can get almost the same structure using all-purpose flour. I'm going to mix this using my hand. At the beginning it is very sticky and messy, but as you go on with kneading, you will realize that it becomes less sticky and easy to handle. Now I'm going to sprinkle some flour on the countertop and transfer the dough onto the countertop. And then knead it well until we see the window pane effect. You will see at the end of kneading what I mean by window pane effect. Now my dough is ready. You can see when I stretch the dough using my fingers, it makes a thin layer but it doesn't tear. So this is called the window pane effect. And I'm going to leave the dough to rise for 1 hour at room temperature. You can also put some oil on top of the dough to avoid it getting dry. Also make sure that you leave the dough covered, either using a cling film or you can just use a tea towel. After 1 hour, my dough is ready to go to the next stage. So first I'm going to transfer this dough onto my kitchen top. Make sure your kitchen top is always sprinkled with flour before you transfer the dough onto the kitchen top. And then I'm going to cut this into 16 equal pieces. Depending on the size of the bread rolls you want, you can decide how many pieces are you going to cut from this dough. Now I'm going to make these small pieces to a shape of a small ball. When shaping the dough is finished, I'm going to put them all in a baking tray. So today I have used a round shaped baking tray, but you can also use any other baking tray you have. And I'm going to leave this to relax for another 15 minutes at room temperature before I bake it. Meanwhile, I'm going to make my egg wash. So this is 1 egg yolk with 1 teaspoon of water. Also, make sure your oven is preheated for 180 degrees. Now my bread rolls are ready to go to the oven, but before that I'm going to cover them with the egg wash. I'm also going to add Nigella seeds on top. This is optional. If you like any other types of seeds, you can add it on top, or if you just don't want anything, you can just bake it with the egg wash. Now I'm going to bake it at 180 degrees Celsius for 20 minutes in a preheated oven. In 20 minutes you will have some delicious bread rolls. Leave it to cool down and enjoy.